Well, we need to do something about you. Oh, come on, this way. This way. No, not that way. I know. Come on, yep. Come on. There we go. He will be here for the rest of his days. Welcome to Net Price. With an absolute guarantee there will be no mice. None of them. Completely mice-free. It's been an uneventful but also quite eventful week of tech-based news, so if you're watching to hear a bit of the technology gossip, the techno-babble so to speak, then you're sitting... Are you sitting? I think you're sitting. Well, you're in the right place. Despite rumours early in the week that the AMD Big Navi was looking like a solid contender to the RTX 3080, well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, son. The benchmarks have been revealed and it's looking like it only challenges the RTX 3080 at 4K if ray tracing is turned off. Absolute bummer if you're hoping to catch some rays on the nav. Not really sure where I was going with that one. Catching rays on the nav? Basically, benchmarks comparing the two are without ray tracing on the Big Navi, so not really a fair comparison where the RTX 3080 is technically doing more work. Nvidia boasts dedicated ray tracing hardware on both its current and previous cards, and whilst we're expecting Big Navi to come with ray tracing abilities, based off the rumours and the non-ray tracing benchmarks, so far it suggests it won't keep up with the Nvidia card. Despite this, while it may not kill Nvidia off, if it still outpaces the RTX 2080 Ti. Perhaps AMD are just a little generation late. In more AMD based news, the Ryzen 5000 series has a release date, price and specs now. Yes! CEO Lisa Su at their online event announced the latest CPUs from the brand. Here are the specs of the upcoming processors. It's looking pretty damn good, with the 5900X offering a 26% generational uplift in gaming performance compared to the last generation. That's pretty huge. In terms of pricing, they're priced slightly higher than Intel currently, with their lowest at $299 US, so 230 British pounds or 420. Nice Australian dollars. And then there's the most expensive, which is at £350 or $449 or 630 Australian dollars. Which is still pretty good IMO. I mean, I got a 6th core from Intel about 4 to 5 years ago and it cost just over £300, and now AMD are bringing out an 8 core for the same price. That's net nice. Whilst we're still unsure how these perform in other applications such as 3D rendering, etc., that's always been Intel's thing, so I would assume Intel may have the slight edge on this side, but you never know. You never know. Over to the big, mean, green team. Nvidia has delayed the GeForce RTX 3070 due to their disastrous launch of their other cards over the past couple months. It's just so poor. It's honestly one of the worst launches I've seen for like a decent product as well. Like, Nvidia, come on! They have done this for a reason though. It's to ensure they can cope with demand. They've pushed back the date from the original October 15th, 5 days before my birthday, to October 29th, after my birthday. Hopefully this means alongside the new bot protection methods that they'll be able to cope with demand and pesky, dirty, filthy, disgusting little bots. Surely these cards will be more popular as well as they're a lower price, so I really hope that they sort it out, especially because I may get one. Suspected hackers unleash malware that can survive an OS reinstall. Oh god, that's like my only way of fixing things. What will I do? So this works by creating a Trojan file called intelupdate.exe in the startup folder. Ooh, those sneaky, sneaky hackers. So this file reinstalls itself even if the user finds it and deletes it. It's pretty sketchy. I'll just take a hammer to the hard drive and John Wick it, and then just hit a solid F. Spotify will now let you search for a song by its lyrics. Gone are the days of desperately trying to Google it and Google spitting back some strange, weird website. Sometimes it's porn. Sometimes it's just, oh, I don't even know. In the Spotify search bar, if you now type in the lyrics, if you get it right, a song may show up as a lyrics match. Fantastic, really. Anyone remember when Spotify had the sing-along karaoke style lyrics thing? God, I miss it every day. In just a few days, the iPhone 12 it'll be announced, and boy, we can't wait for them to have claimed to have revolutionised another thing. Except it's already been around in phones for 3 generations. The invitations contain the strapline "High Speed," which isn't my f***ing name, Apple, but it also indicates that the iPhones will support 5G. So get your tinfoil hats on ready, folks. The event will be at 9 AM Pacific or 6 PM BST. The live stream will be on their website or probably literally anywhere. They're Apple. We're expected to see 2 basic and 2 more expensive Pro devices with a variety of screen sizes and their new design, which from what I've seen is just the iPhone 4 but a big boy. A big boy iPhone 4. Minecraft 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update should add new snow effects, power to snow blocks and goats. But the real stuff is underground. No, I mean literally. If you tunnel downwards, you'll find 3 new underground biomes, new plants and new materials. It's also adding a scary monster, but it gives players 2 potential best friend mobs to take them down. It's due to be released late summer 2021, so I don't even know why we're talking about it. Microsoft has been hit by a worldwide Azure network issue again. What is it, like the 3rd time this month? We talked about it last week too, god damn it. Again, it was due to updates, and that's all I'm going to say on this because we're tired of your Microsoft. Okay, maybe not. Windows 10 is to start warning users of an imminent SSD failure. This new feature is designed to detect hardware abnormalities for NVMe SSDs. NVMe SSDs. NVMe SSD. It's like a nice but difficult phrase to say. The desktop notification will appear warning you a device may be at risk, so to back up your stuff. Although your SSD may not do this for a long time. This is all in build 20226, where you can also check the health of the drive anytime in settings. A new proposal dubbed the Global Privacy Control sets a way for users to signal via settings in their browser or via browser extension that for every website they visit, they do not want their data to be sold or shared. This coalition hopefully succeeds where Do Not Track initiative failed, which was proposed in 2009 and ultimately failed because the adherence to the standard was not legally binding. Hopefully this is a step in the right direction for privacy. Private things and private people and websites and gaming brand Razer has made a Visa card for gamers, and you bet it has an LED. They're piloting a new prepaid program with Visa, which, like Apple, combines the option of making digital payments with a virtual card and payment app, Razer Pay. So it's a physical numberless card you can carry around in your wallet or purse. The only downside is it isn't RGB. So you're stuck with a green LED blinding the cashier at the checkout. Take my money! The world's largest external hard drive has been released, and it's basically the equivalent of a bank vault. No, really, it has an onboard keypad pin. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Give me my datas, please, Mr. Hard Drive. The Aegis, is it Aegis? The Aegis Padlock DT FIPS offers 100% hardware-based 256-bit AES XTS encryption and ultra-fast USB 3.2 data transfer speeds. Oh, and I forgot, it's a whopper. It's 18 terabytes. Holy shit! But big drives come with big prices. It's $1,199 US, so about 957 British pounds or 1,679 Australian dollars. They're getting bigger and bigger these days. They're getting larger and larger. Linus, there we go. Linux has seen its use drop by half recently. This may be due to the Working at Home initiative globally to help combat a so-called virus. If you haven't heard. This may be due to enterprise users such as developers and programmers having to maybe shift away from the office setups and towards more traditional computing devices. Although Microsoft and Linux have been growing closer and closer in recent years, however, with collaboration between the two platforms. We talked about Windows System for Linux 2 in our previous video, so could Linux retire and become one with Microsoft? An interesting thought. In the story that never ends, Microsoft xCloud is seemingly going to get around iOS app restrictions and still go ahead with releasing the platform on Apple devices. Restrictions require each app to individually be submitted for review, which of course is an absolute nightmare for developers and even Microsoft themselves. But according to my best friend, Phil Spencer, they're still pushing on. It's unknown if they've found a specific way around this or if they're just going to deal with it, but fair play to you, Microsoft, fair play. Gotta get that game in. We've gotta get that game in. Google has announced that Google Assistant will be updated to support third-party apps, providing users with a more advanced experience. More specifically, they've joined up with the 30 most downloaded apps on the Play Store to add deeper Assistant integration. Whilst this may be good news within itself, it's huge for Android Auto, as you can now speak to your car and ask it to open that all-important Spotify playlist. Hello, Mr. Car, can you play that all-important Spotify playlist, please? Thank you very much, Lee. Finally, space internet is ready for people to use, and not just in space. Elon Musk's SpaceX delivered a further 60 satellites into the Earth orbit this week, bringing the total number close to 800. 800? What the f***, Elon? Once these satellites reach their target position, they'll be able to roll out a fairly wide public beta in northern US and hopefully southern Canada, with other countries to follow as soon as regulations approve. Starlink has already been tested on a small scale, providing internet to emergency responders in the US following recent wildfires. Although the 100 megabits per second speed is probably not going to happen. The network, however, has faced some criticism from astronomers who claim that the long trains of satellites disrupt observations and could hinder scientific progress. Nah, get out of the way, scientists. We need those full bars. So that's all for this week's Technobabble. Thanks for popping around. Feel free to subscribe and do the same next time. This episode was brought to you by Freo. Freo are a bunch of awesome people from IT backgrounds who provide powerful solutions to web hosting, design, and applications. Whilst they themselves are still in development, you can reach out to them for free and they may take on your project. You may be a music man, drama teacher, freelancer, engineer, or candlestick maker. No matter what you are, they may have something for you. Pump King. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe for more updates on the channel, and that's f***ing heavy. I'll see you soon.